Yes, we're live. Long time no see. At least on this part of the live community. I didn't wear anything today. You know, it happens. Let's see. Hi, who are you? Lurkers, please. Yo, Dushan, what is up? How are you doing? What was your scent of the day? I didn't really wear anything. Just because I didn't really feel like wearing anything. Yeah. Today on the itinerary, we're just going to be doing some more first impressions on perfume, as always. Right, the vintage one. I don't know. Tired. You're not obligated to stay and watch this stream, Dushan. If you're whew, still being at work at this hour, like what is it over there? Like 8? That's kind of rough. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's rough. Anyhow, we're just going to wait for like 2 more people to show up when they will, and then we'll get on the thing, you know. My scent for today, I didn't have a scent today. Just forgot and didn't bother putting one on. Yo, Dushan, if you don't mind, could you see if you can get some other people, like Anusian and any other people you're in contact with, to come hang? Just because I thought I'd do a stream today, and yeah. Hi, who is the second viewer? Let's pull out the decants for today. See what we're going to deal with. So, already smelled this. This was good. Same. Same. So, okay. First up, Marbert Man. Bulgari's green tea, or Eau Parfumée au thé vert. Yo, Bobby, yo, how are you doing? How are you? What was your scent of the day? If you have one, what is going to be your scent of the day since it's probably close to morning? I'm pulling out some decants to see what we're smelling today. And so far, we have Marbert Man and Eau Parfumée au thé vert. Mitsuko Sports, so true, so true. Isatis by Givenchy. And So close. So close. So close. So close. So close. There's going to be a fourth one. Don't worry. I've already smelled this one. Smell this one. Smell this one. Jesus Christ. There's so many decants. I can't even pull out a fourth one I haven't smelled. Nope. Nope. Come on. Nope. Jesus. There we go. The women's version of Eau d'Adrien. That is the fourth one. Let me just put the decants back before one of them falls to an abyss, which cannot be interacted with, aka the backside of my TV stand. Juro zdravo, how are you doing? So, to the latecomer, the 4 scents which we will be smelling today are Eau Parfumée au Thé Vert from Bulgari, Marbert Man from Marbert, Isatis from Givenchy, and the women's Eau d'Adrien. Do you guys have any jumping off point that you want me to go from? You know, what do you guys want me to start at? You want it to be the Bulgari green tea? Do you want it to be Satis, Marburg Man, Eau d'Adrien? Hey, look, we have a not really. We have 2 women's releases, 1 men's release, and 1 unisex release. Although it could also be for women. I'll probably like Isatis. We'll see about that. We will see about that. Isatis Strong Yellow Floral looks like we are starting off with Isatis. So, let's see what Isatis has to offer us. That did not work. So, okay. Let's, that's interesting. It's wafting, it's wafting. Very pleasant, very... It is very soapy. It has a bit of a... You know, Luca Turin once said that Ylang Ylang has a banana-like feeling. So, like the flavor of banana. This has the feeling of banana flavoring. It doesn't smell like banana flavoring, but it has the feeling of it. It has a facet of soft cleanliness. I say this is... This is another kind of fork in the road. Aldehydes? Sure. You could say aldehydes. It's, it has the kind of smooth fizz that I'd associate with aldehydes. That's what also makes it feel very mature. You know, it's this kind of hug from an ant feeling, if you've ever experienced that when you were younger, guys. I don't know if you were ever younger. This smells like a woman who wears a pearl necklace, if you catch my drift. Like this. I wouldn't say receptionist because I've already it fits the kind of receptionist archetype. You know, this kind of hospitable, not hospitable, that's a word reserved for planets. This kind of welcoming and uh, good at, taking care of customers, but is also very grandmotherly. Not in age, but in the demeanor. The kind of young grandmother archetype. Still dyes her hair. But she has time for people. She can make time for people. The density in Isatis here is... It's not as dense as the Orientals of the time, like, Coco, Teatro alla Scala. We've all heard of them. This is, of course, a big floral, and so this feels more it's springier, it's bouncier. The density here feels like it pushes you back, like it's a marshmallow, like it's a bouncy castle, like it's a bed, not bouncy castle. Bouncy castle is a little too juvenile. I'd say this goes more in the springy bed mattress. Yeah. It's good. It's a little too... Not overbearing, that's the wrong word for it. It's a little too... people-friendly. I want it to be a gentler, more timorous fragrance to suit my olfactory personality. This just feels a little too extroverted. It feels like it has too much time for people. For my liking. So to recap my impressions of Isatis: clean, very feminine, has a bit of a banana flavoring coldness. Texture springy, like a bouncy bed mattress. The personality of the person who's wearing this is like a receptionist, young grandma, dyes her hair, very much a people person. And in terms of whether I like it or not, I do like it. It just doesn't suit my personality. Is I want my fragrances to certainly be feminine, but more timid and introverted rather than the extrovert nature that I get from Givenchy's Isatis. Solid fragrance. I can feel a bit of a honeyed nature, like a kind of reminder of a Kuros, probably just because it was the character of fragrances at the time. Like, it has the kind of hint of queasiness that I get from that sort of note, that sort of structure. but it's not as bad as Gucci PPR Kuros or Boss Number One. Yeah. So the next is going to be Juro says it's Givenchy from back when they were a serious house. I don't know. Serious? That's a Givenchy 3. I did want to smell Givenchy 3. I think I did include it in my Hey Anuj, put these decants in the Samsara parcel list when I sent it to him. But Anuj has so many decants, so that's what happened. Anyhow, from here I'd like to take us to Eau d'Adrien. Yeah, Eau d'Adrien. Let's this is the ladies version. I didn't know that there was a ladies version. I always thought it was like one fragrance and it was the men's version. Interesting. Hadrian. Where did I hear it? Was it the... No, that was Herod. Never mind. Hadrian was a Roman emperor or something. A Roman consul or... Yeah, something like that. So, Eau d'Adrien from Annick Goutal. Bit of a... Okay. What's this? It comes to main fragrances, but Givenchy was Gentleman and Eau du Vetiver. The first real, define real. Like, that weren't, part of a deodorant set or something like that. Eau d'Adrien, well, this is very, very fizzy. It feels... You know the citrus hard candies? When you suck on them, this feels like the juice that comes out of those citrus hard candies. Very intense, sharp citrus aroma. Very lemony. Like super, super lemony. But if I compare it to a different lemony fragrance like Monsieur Balmain, it isn't as peaky. Like when I smell Monsieur Balmain, it's somehow more vertical, and I don't know how to just describe it well to you. This, the fizz, the intensity of the fizz in Eau d'Adrien feels wider and not as tall, if Monsieur Balmain has a fizz like that, or, like that, then Eau d'Adrien's fizz is more like, if that makes sense to you. Brut. Okay. Patchouli oil. Okay. Got it. Okay. Understood. This actually feels like a very straightforward citrus fragrance. And I'm confused. Well, I mean, probably just was marketed to him because Annick Goutal was a predominantly female targeted fragrance house. Certainly doesn't feel feminine. It's a glass of citrus juice, it's a citrus hard candy. Nothing, no real story about it, just, white, um, white clothes, short for the summer, wicker hat, probably wicker trilby, sunglasses. What's up, Lane? How are you doing? Yeah, Eau d'Adrien is it's an unpretentious citrus fragrance. And boy, I enjoy unpretentious citrus fragrances. So it's a like. Anyone can wear this. No real story about it, no special character. Doesn't need to be a special character. It's a little older because the citrus here isn't as juice-like. It isn't as it isn't as it isn't as juice-like. It's rindier. It's it's more aerosolized. You get more of that bitter, nigh on astringent quality of the citrus rather than the more Bloom Mediterraneo, Acqua di Parma, softened, very much a juice, sweetened, which I also still very much enjoy. Like one of my, Acqua Lagoria with Mandarin Basilic, incredible. Blue Mediterraneo, Bergamotto di Calabria, also great. But yeah, Eau d'Adrien from Annick Goutal, solid fragrance. Doesn't need much waffling. Next up, we're going to... By the way, Lane, if you're curious, we are doing 4 today. We already did 2. This was the second one. Our first one was Givenchy's Isatis, which I concluded as being a people-facing older woman. That's the bottom line. It's the smell of a people-facing older woman. So, we're moving on to the only masculine on today's roster, Marbert Man. What do you guys... Have you smelled Marbert Man? What do you guys think of it? I haven't smelled it. Obviously. Let's go. On the bicep. Very, very big bicep. I am strong man. Strange. Don't think I like it. Urinal cakey, but in a kind of gray, faded way, which reminds me of Quorum. Feels sweaty for a reason. Maybe a bit of violet leaf, like it has a bit of a leafiness here. It's all very gray, dreary, but not in a wow, so cool, melancholic way. This is a this is a sadness that's devoid of any pizzazz or even any like no potency, no poetic sense to it, no morbidness to it. It's the most gray kind of side character sadness that I've ever smelled. And I only think it's a sadness because I'm saddened by these kinds of smells. It's all very boring, it's not that it's not non-distinct. It's flat. These kinds of smells are very flat. No color. The character here is kind of a man who's all gray. No real anything to contribute to society. Not even anything negative to contribute to society. He's just so unremarkable. And if it would be one thing if this would be a good unremarkable, but this is an uncomfortable unremarkable. It's a limbo fragrance. It's a purgatory fragrance. I don't like it. So I'm just not going to elaborate any further other than saying I don't like it. Eau d'Adrien is starting to dry down now, and it is getting more feminine. It's starting to feel more creamy orange blossomy now. I can totally see some of that. So, last up, if anyone's still watching, is Bulgari's Eau Parfumée au Thé Vert. Let's see what we're dealing with. Oh. Well, this is pleasant. It's a more modern form of citrus. Definitely has some of a bit of a tea-like softness. This is good. This is really good. Yeah, this is great. My favorite is this. Might have been a 90s release because it does feel very much like a 90s release with this kind of, the freshness that is seldom found in modern perfumery, because it is, yeah, it's just good, pleasant, definitely more modern. This is more not cosmopolitan. It's definitely more of a, I don't know. This is more of a modern more modern person fragrance. You don't catch this fragrance wearer with a brick phone. You don't catch this fragrance wearer not knowing what an internet is. It's just a really good fragrance for the modern person, woman, man, non-binary, all binary. Solid, my favorite. Yeah. So, short live stream. I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you to all the people who came to watch. I don't think I'm going to hang around any longer. Anyhow, thank you. Like the stream if you have not. Share this to your friends who you know watch me and didn't tune in this time because we're all busy people. Yeah, that's gonna be it. See ya.